Kentucky Wildcats in what looks to be a fantastic matchup here in women's college gymnastics. Hello everyone, I am John Roethlisberger, and it is my honor to be the first person to ever say this. Welcome, six-time Olympic medalist Aly Raisman, to your first broadcast. Aly, what a venue to have your first show.
I am so excited to be here. The atmosphere is just electric. I wish that I could have competed here. I never got to compete for NCAA, so to be able to be a part of this is just so special. And
it is going to be electric here at the PMAC, and one reason is we've got a great matchup, Kentucky LSU tonight, right, Aly?
We really do. I expect this competition to be very close. LSU is arguably the greatest team that has never won an NCAA national championship. They want to be on top of the podium, and they're hoping that this will be their year. In the last decade, they have gotten so close.
And they certainly have the talent to do it. On the other side of the floor, the visiting Kentucky Wildcats, Tim Garrison, in his 13 seasons there, has broken every record. The one I like the most, even though last year was a program high 6th place at NCAA championships, they've broken the team high score 52 times since he got to Kentucky. Unbelievable job. They're trying to make the NCAA finals this year for the first time. More on this matchup. We're going to go to our third member of the broadcast team, Taylor Davis. Taylor?
Thanks, John. Even through that LSU success, it's been Kentucky with the edge in this matchup. They've won the last 3 consecutive dual meets against LSU, including the last SEC loss here in the PMAC in 2022. But head coach Tim Garrison told us this is a hard place to win, but an even harder place to win from behind. He emphasized to his team the importance of starting strong, saying a 4th win over LSU would build the confidence they have for a postseason run, John.
Thanks, Taylor. So first rotation, Kentucky starts on bars, LSU will be on vault. Aly, 4 freshmen Kentucky's putting up on bars, and they have to hit big. Tim Garrison said it. Don't want to start in a hole. How tough is that with that youth on that first rotation?
It is so tough, but I've been so impressed with them watching them so far in this season. This Kentucky freshman team is honestly blowing me away with their stuck landings and their consistency, and I'm really excited to watch them tonight.
And you just saw the graphic on how this meet works. There's going to be 6 gymnasts competing on every event. The top 5 scores count. That is something we're going to drive home on every rotation. You can drop the lowest score, which means you can have a fall. Not going to kill your team's score, but 2 mistakes, you start to get yourself in trouble. Top 5 scores on each event, they add those together. At the end of the day, highest scoring team wins. Home team, they get the advantage of going Olympic order. They'll start on vault, end on floor. The visiting team, they got to end on balance beam. I would never want to go to balance beam, but ending on it, even worse. Here we go, LSU on vault. This is KJ Johnson, big vaulter to open with.
Watch the height that KJ will get.
Unbelievable.
Amazing. That is honestly one of the best Yurchenko full twists I have seen. I don't think many people do it higher than her.
And you saw the foot move a little bit. We watched her yesterday in practice just dart that into the mat. You know, I asked her, I said, when you take a little step on that vault, are you like saying a lot of bad words in your head? And she said, absolutely. It feels like a miss when she takes that step, but nonetheless, that's going to be a big score, especially for a leadoff. Now, speaking of leadoff gymnasts, Delaney Rodriguez, the freshman for Kentucky, has started every event this season for Tim Garrison, and man, she's done an outstanding job.
Incredible, and this is so rare to be that consistent and that trustworthy to be able to start off on every single event.
So much pressure being the leadoff, get the momentum going.
Beautiful start to the routine. The judges are looking for hitting handstand positions just like that. Been so impressed with Delaney. She looks so unfazed. Beautiful double layout. Huge start for this Kentucky team.
And the stuck dismount, we're going to beat that horse all night long because the stuck landing will make the difference by the end of this meet. And Delaney, I covered her last week, Aly, and she stuck every single landing. She is on a streak.
She really did. And when I was talking to Coach Tim Garrison, he said he trusts her, and this is exactly why.
So KJ Johnson leading off for LSU on vault, a 9.85. Amari Drayton will be the next gymnast to go here. So Aaliyah Finnegan, originally in the lineup for LSU on vault, has a wrist thing that's bothered her last night. They changed the lineup now, Amari Drayton, but she can go big.
This ball is out of a 10.0. It's a 1.5 twist. Wow. Huge ball, just a small step on that landing. What's so impressive about Amari is that she only started training this vault in September. Most gymnasts take years and years to practice vault.
And that is, what a vault to have on your bench. I mean, she wasn't originally in the lineup. You throw in another 10-0, and she executed it well. There's Jay Clark, head coach, in his 4th season as the head coach for the LSU Tigers. He's got 33 years, though, in college gymnastics, and he's been at LSU for 13 under the first part under Dee Bro, the legendary head coach. But he has done a fantastic job. They finished 2nd as a team in 16, 17, and 19. Now back over to the uneven bars. Junior Annie Rygaard. Now she follows Delaney Rodriguez's 9-9 to start. Amazing.
Such huge height on that Jaeger. The judges are looking for a lot of height, so she'll receive no deduction there. Annie has very clean lines on this event. Watch her knees and her toes pointed. We do the same discount we just saw. Another stuck landing.
There you go, 2 for 2 on the stuck landings and the hit routines. You know, Allie, the handstands, we're going to talk a lot about handstands on bars, and it's so important to hit them. Kentucky so far pretty good.
Yeah, it's really, really important to hit those handstands, and the best gymnast in the world will actually bounce on top of the bar and hold that handstand for a beat.
So well done. Savannah Shane Harris, she is a senior, transfer from Florida. Been battling a little bit of a hamstring injury. We talked to them in practice yesterday, and nothing serious, but it bothers her on her run on vault, which is kind of a big part of vault.
She's going to do the same vault we just saw. Rachenko 1.5. Wow, that was the best vault I've ever seen her do.
Fantastic. Amari Drayton right before her, a 9.875, so a quarter of a tenth higher than KJ Johnson. Do you have any doubt that that one's going to go up from there, Allie?
I think that that will receive a higher score because she just had the smallest hop on the landing, so the judges will give that a big score.
She's got the stick round. I think she moved her foot, though.
I think she did a little bit, if
Tiny
I'm being
foot
very picky.
Career high for Annie Rygaard on the uneven bars, a 9.875. Now another freshman. We're going to go back-to-back freshmen here. This is Cecily Rizzo.
Same release move we just saw, Jaeger. It's a requirement to release and catch the same bar. I think the key to being good on bars is doing it one skill at a time.
Little flat, yeah.
Yeah, a little short on that handstand. Same dismount, double layout.
Man, they have
3 stuck landings.
You know, the stuck landings, we had talked to Tim Garrison for years about it, and last week, they didn't stick great on the first couple rotations, other than Delaney Rodriguez, who's not capable of taking a step. But tonight, on an event that is so critical for them on uneven bars, they are coming out hot.
They have started off so well.
Chase Brock, the next gymnast to go here, following Savannah Shane Harris. You nailed it, Allie. 9.925. Scores are rising.
Yurchenko 1.5 twist. A little bit under-rotated. Sometimes the gymnast tries so hard to stick the landing that sometimes you just go a little bit slower, anticipating the stick, and I think that's what happened there.
So big mistake there, a few steps back for Chase Brock, but keep in mind, you can drop the lowest score. They've got 2 big vaulters yet to go, so not in bad shape if you're the Tigers. Cecily Rizzo, a 9.825, as another freshman now, Cadence Gormley, up on bars. If you are just joining us, we are at the PMAC here on the campus of the LSU Tigers. It's number 6 Kentucky visiting number 8 Tigers. I am John Roethlisberger, and I am joined, I get to say this, I get to be the first to say this, I'm joined by 6-time Olympic medalists. 3 of those are gold, by the way, and not the kind with chocolate inside. Allie Raisman. Allie, what an honor to be next to you for your first broadcast, and what a place for you to have your first show.
Thank you. I am so excited and so honored to be here. The atmosphere is just absolutely electric and incredible. I wish that I could have competed here. I didn't get to compete college gymnastics, so to be a part of this is just so special.
So great to have you, an exciting atmosphere. 6 Olympic medals. That means this broadcast team combined has won 6 Olympic medals, in case you're doing the counting back home. All right, here we go. We've gotten 4 vaulters in the books. You can see the scores on the right. Savannah Shane here with that high of a 9.925. Now, one of the veterans, Kaya Johnson, she's got a huge vault.
The most difficult vault in the entire competition. Wow, that is the type of vault that we see at the Olympic Games.
That was fantastic. Hugely difficult, rarely seen in college gymnastics. Here's one more look, Allie.
I love how she lands with her chest up. This is what the judges are looking for in just the slightest move on one of her feet.
Just moves that 1 foot, maybe a half, a tenth even. Could it be a 995? We shall see. But again, we've been talking about this lineup for LSU. They are without Aaliyah Finnegan. Hopefully she will do beam. She was supposed to do 3 events, struggling a little bit with a wrist injury. They took her out. They do have a 9.5, which hopefully they can drop. But even with that, the loss of Aaliyah in that rotation, they look solid. Now, Bailey Bunn, the 5th to go for Kentucky on even bars, follows Katie Sloan's 9.775.
Jaeger release move. That is a requirement going from the high bar to the low bar. Bailey's going to do the same dismount that we've seen from her teammates, a double layout. And if she sticks it, she usually makes a really funny face at Coach Tim Garrison.
Tim didn't want us to see it.
Oh, we didn't get to see it.
He did that on purpose. I know him. Let's look at here. We've got a better angle, Allie.
Double layout. Watch this. Let's see if she does it.
I love it.
So fun.
Having a good time. So a critical routine for them as we jump over to Haley Bryant. Dare I see the best single piece of gymnastics in all of college gymnastics is this vault right here, through the roof, and you can hear the crowd. They know it's coming.
This vault is fantastic. Watch the height that she gets. Coach Jay Clark says that she has to remember to keep her arms out, and that's how she'll stick it.
And I don't think she's going to get the stick there. And here's a little new rule for women's gymnastics. You have to hold that finish position for 2 seconds. And she was very much on the edge, and she turned a little early. This could be a lot more deductions as we see the height. 6 feet above the table. The table's about 5 feet, so she's above the rim. If we're playing basketball, she's dunking on that vault, Allie.
So high. And if you saw in the replay, she landed with one arm out to the side. The other one was a little bit far ahead.
We will see what the judges do with that. Bailey Bunn, 9.875 for her routine. Now their star, Raina Worley. She has been a rock for this team. They need a big one here.
Huge Takachev, so much height on that. Raina's doing such a great job hitting all of her handstands. The judges are looking for you to hold that handstand at the top of the bar, which is so difficult. And Raina's the only one on the team that does a different dismount. We're going to see a full in. She usually sticks it.
I tell you what.
I think they had every single member of their team stick their dismount.
They got the message, Tim Garrison. Got to be clean on the first event.
Watch this. Full twisting double back. No deduction there. Her legs were together the entire time.
What a performance. If there's one event that I think Kentucky had a question mark, and I say that loosely, they're great on bars, but 3 freshmen up. They lost a couple of 9.95 plus scores from last year. And what are they going to do? And Tim said, I don't want to be behind early. And they put themselves in a good spot. I don't think they're going to be leading, but right there with LSU.
I don't think that Kentucky could have started off better. That was an incredible rotation for them. They gave away no major deductions.
Haley Bryant, 9.975 for her ball. Guess what? Raina Worley says, not so fast, my friend. 9.975 for her as well. We have got a tight competition. Man, oh man, going into the next break, we're going to come back and talk about the LSU Tigers and talk about their trio of superstars. We call them the Big Three.